I'm Eric.
And I'm Ash.
And this is The Hash.
With Eric and Ash.
Hi, Ash.
Hi.
How we doing?
Still a little tired.
Me too.
Yeah.
I need a third caffeine source today.
Third? No, I just feel like that will mess up my sleep tonight if I do that.
We got enough going on. We're going to sleep real good.
Sweet.
All right. What are we talking about today?
Why it's so easy to overeat junk food. I can't remember I know what we were talking about, but like what the title was. See, I'm tired. Why are you asking me these questions?
Because we're podding. That's what we do here. We're having a back and forth.
I was just going to sit and listen to you talk.
Oh, this is news to me. So, junk food, a.k.a. that good. Why is it so easy to overeat?
And how to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually stop.
First, it's because it's fucking good. It's tasty. And it's not on accident.
Yeah.
Like, it's not... It didn't just happen on accident, right? You'd think like the top scientists in the world are, busy out there curing cancer and whatnot, but they're busy coming out with a new flavor of Doritos and Oreos,
trying to get us addicted.
Yeah, and they're doing a pretty fucking good job.
Yeah,
hats off to them. So yeah, it's not an accident that these highly processed foods are delicious. They're literally chemically designed to hit all the pleasure centers, all the flavor centers to get you to eat more.
Yeah, not only that, but the marketing aspect.
Yeah.
The marketing is
top notch.
Is that mine?
What was me?
Whoa, that was weird. But yeah, the bright colors, they also kind of pitch it to you like, ooh, look how healthy I am, when it's really not.
Yeah, whether it's the healthy stuff or not, like, And
even getting it into your kids' brains. Like, when you walk into a grocery store, I feel like typically it's not like, ooh, here's some fruits and veggies. It's like, here's some hot Cheetos and bright colored things. So your
flavored cereal.
Your kid is nagging you, Mom, I want that, I want that, I want that.
Yeah. I hate when that happens.
I actually just saw something on, I think it was TikTok recently, where they put the fun foods or whatever at like eye level of kids. So as they're walking down the aisle, the kids are the ones seeing like all of the junk food with the bright colors and the fun. The Cheerios are Cheerios still fun?
No, never. They never were fun.
What is the Reese's ones? Reese's Puffs. Yeah, those are fire. But yeah, putting at a level that's easy for the kids to nag their parents, and the parents are like, shut up.
Yeah. None of it's by accident.
Yeah.
It's all strategic.
The marketing, the colors,
that get you in there. The first thing that I think about is like, something that's not even necessarily like a junk food, right? I mean, there's a difference between like, Lay's potato chips, right? Mm-hmm. And then something marketed as like healthy or organic, this, that. It's all processed bullshit. But the thing that comes to mind was we got it a long time ago, this protein, if you're just listening, that's air quotes, protein granola, like protein peanut butter granola from Trader Joe's.
That stuff is fire, though.
Exactly. Exhibit A.
But it's like...
But it's like, yes, there's protein in it, but if like you look at the macros, if you plug it into like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal, you'll see it has the least amount of protein of anything, but it's literally just marketing. They just slap these labels on there to...
And even like...
get you to buy.
Yeah, and even like, vegan ice cream. Like, I feel like people are just like, oh, is that healthy? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I just can't eat dairy.
Yeah, I just can't eat dairy.
I'm trying to party.
Yeah, exactly. But truly, for the longest time, I was like, oh, if it doesn't have dairy, it's healthy. Like, that's what I used to think. So, it can be really confusing. But yeah, their marketing is just not on accident, as well as the taste is not on accident.
No.
And sugar is addicting. So.
Well, and it's the combination. A lot of that stuff, it's the salty, the sweet, the fat, and the sugar is just
Party
the
in your mouth.
combination. Yeah, it's like you literally can't help but just have more. And I mean, at the end of the day, what it is we live in a very advanced world on its own, but especially compared to like our biology and where we're at in evolution, our world,
overstimulating,
technology, food, everything is so much more advanced than these human meat sacks that we're walking around in. Yeah. So they're taking advantage of that, right? You know, you back in the day, walking around, hunting, gathering, like you don't know when you're gonna eat your next meal, and so you're trying to like, you know, get while the getting's good, and that's how our brains still operate. You know, you taste that salted caramel brownie or whatever, and it tastes so good, you just want to eat more and more and more, and so you do.
Yeah. Another thing is like when you're going to maybe buy something out and you get bigger portions from something that's a little less healthier compared to something like you can buy a $10 salad or you can buy a $10 fries, milkshake. So in your mind, you're like, oh, I'm getting a better deal. I should go for this because it's more food.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like that doesn't help the argument of, you know, people thinking that like eating healthy is expensive, and like, you know, I mean, in some instances, yeah, it can be.
Probably when you're eating out, but like,
yeah, for sure.
Cook at
That's
home,
kind of what I'm saying.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, yeah, that makes it tough for sure. Also, just like the, you know, the different textures of like what you're eating. Like if you think of like a bowl of chips, right? Or a bowl of munchies, Flamin' Hot Munchies. Those were.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Had those? It's like Sun Chips, Doritos, pretzels, hot Cheetos.
I am not a Sun Chip gal.
It's just part of the mix there. They're fire. You're a hater. But there's a lot of different textures, a lot of different flavors to like just keep you
interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like, what's the stuff that's always at gas stations with the little brown things? Chex Mix?
Gordettos.
Is that how you say it?
No.
Is that the brand?
There's Chex Mix.
No, but what's the brown things in Chex Mix?
Yeah. That's oh, the little biscuit things?
They're like brown and like you can buy
flat.
Just the brown. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like little biscuit. I think
biscuits?
I'm thinking of Gordettos.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're fire.
Things. I'm talking about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Gordettos. Yeah, absolutely.
I've never heard anyone say that out loud, the brand name.
Well, now you've heard it about 17 times. So yeah, you know, those processed foods, the junk food, just a variety of flavors and textures.
Yeah, you can eat that all day.
Yeah, versus like a, you know,
piece
some
of fruit.
Carrots, right? And carrots are actually kind of fun to eat.
Yeah.
What do you want to do tonight? Eat some carrots? Have yourself a party?
But like another example is like apples. You know, you can only eat so many apples before you get bored of eating the same thing.
Apples, right? No one's like, fuck, dude. Apples. Like, I went off the rails this weekend. I ate hella apples. I was hanging out with Johnny Appleseed and I just went fucking ham.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What else you got, Ash?
I don't know. My brain's slow. I know we kind of already touched on this, but like the marketing ploy of this is healthy with like kind of like the dairy-free ice cream or like the healthy quote unquote candy and stuff. It's like, it's still not healthy.
Bullshit.
Yeah. There's like,
and like, what does healthy even mean? You know? Like, what do they really mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's still packed with calories, fat, sugar, and carbs. So what do you mean by healthy?
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. So let's kind of move into how you can actually stop overeating junk food.
What to do to not eat your body weight in Doritos.
Yes.
First off, don't buy that shit. Because if you do have it, you know, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to eat it. Now, the little bit more realistic approach, if you are going to have that stuff, whether that be the cookies, the brownies, the Doritos, the Oreos, you know, any of that stuff, add friction to getting it. You know, don't just have it on the counter where you're going to walk by and see it. You know, have the apple out there where you're going to see that all the time, and put the Doritos, you know, up high in a cabinet where it's really inconvenient to get, or in the back of, you know, maybe on the bottom drawer in the back, you know, just where it's tougher to get, where you have to really put some effort and think about your life decisions as you're going to get it.
Yeah. Also, too, just kind of a tip going off that, if you're having an intense Dorito craving, be like, just pause for a second and be like, okay, maybe I'm going to have a protein shake first. Some snack that's higher in protein, so that, maybe you're having this craving, you're like, okay, I'm going to eat something a little bit high in protein first. Maybe the craving completely goes away. Or maybe you still want it, but you're going to eat less because you're a little bit fuller than you were to just go straight for the Doritos.
Yeah, you might have some of it, but less than if you just went ham. And you're probably going to feel better, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and going off that, just manage your hunger in general, right? Someone who's on top of their nutrition, making sure they're getting plenty of fruits and vegetables, hitting their daily protein goal. They're not typically just like, I'm going to down a bag of munchies and a sleeve of Oreos, right?
And really, if you are, that means you're not eating enough. Like, for me personally, for so long, I was like, how am I having all these intense cravings all the time? Like, I have no willpower, blah, 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 blaming it on myself, when really it wasn't eating enough food at all. So it's like, if I would have had bigger meals with a little bit more protein, a little bit more nutrient dense and filling, I probably would have had way less of those cravings.
Well, eating enough food and also staying hydrated. Sometimes you're not really hungry. You just need some water. And I'm not saying that water's going to take the place of a Domino's pizza. But,
But your body actually can confuse hunger cues with being dehydrated.
It's like, fucking give me something.
Let's see.
Yeah, so kind of going off what you said too, eating enough protein. I have that written down here. Again, in my experience, in the experience of my clients, typically, if you're getting enough protein, 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for a super, general recommendation, it really helps to cut down on the cravings, on the snacking. So, if that is an issue for you, check that you're getting enough protein in.
Yeah, and I think too, like, having a high protein breakfast and not some sugary cereal is going to help you set yourself up for success the whole entire day.
On a lot of different levels.
Yeah, and it's like, so if you can have something not sugary, high protein, and start your day off that way, you're so much more likely to kind of aim for more of those foods. But if you start your day with some sugary cereal, sugar is so addicting.
Yeah.
You're going to crave that all day.
Yeah. Love it. And on the flip side, if you maybe start with some protein, you're going to reach for protein for the rest of the day.
Yeah. 20 to 30 grams, I think, is a good.
Yeah. Per meal basis to start.
Something else I think too, and this is a little bit more mindset wise, but like doing things that light you up, like doing things that give you joy. Sometimes when we're craving and leaning for junk food, there's some underlying emotion that we're potentially trying to hide.
Dopamine hit.
Yeah. So maybe you're not doing enough of the things that actually make you feel good in life. An example, like I remember when I was working at my corporate job, I would snack all the time. One, I was not eating enough. But two, bored. I was working from home. I was bored at my job. And like, now I don't really have this craving for snacking. Every once in a while when I'm stressed, I'm like, I need to sit on the couch, eat popcorn, and watch stupid TV. Like, but for the most part, I don't have these like cravings for snacky foods and junk foods because I'm fulfilled in what I'm doing. And I'm not telling you go quit your job and like go find something else, but
maybe
it might be a sign that like you're just not fulfilled in your life in some way.
Yeah, right. And that could be quitting your job, or that could be just, maybe you love mountain biking, like get out and do more of that. Maybe you love video games. Maybe like, I don't know. Yeah. Another thing too, again, with like sort of managing the hunger and stuff, plan your meals out, right? So don't be a victim of hunger and mindless eating. So plan what you're going to eat, but also plan when you're going to eat it. And this might take some practice, right? But you want to, eat before you're starving, eat before you're just like, ravenous, so. Yeah.
And also kind of a tip to go along with that is, I remember I used to be like, oh, I'm going to eat dinner in an hour. I'm starving. I don't want to eat a snack right now because I'm just about to go eat. And then I would get to dinner and I would eat everything because I was so hungry. It's okay to eat a little high protein snack, even if you're going to go eat in like an hour, because you're probably going to show up and you're not going to like eat the whole bread basket before dinner comes because you're going to feel a little bit more satisfied.
Love it. Yeah. Last tip I have here is just, inclusiveness versus exclusiveness, right? Instead of putting all your focus on what not to eat, right? Think about the things, you know, like kind of crowd out. I think
that's
you talked
mine.
about this. You know, focus on the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
The protein, the vegetables, the whole foods.
Yeah, if you're so focused on like, oh my gosh, I can't eat Doritos.
You're gonna want Doritos.
You're thinking about Doritos. So it's like, what can I add in to kind of like push the less nutrient dense foods
and also
out?
just the mindset of, oh, what should I not eat to not fuck up? But like, what should I eat to put me, you know, closer to my goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think just like looking at it from like a winning mindset instead of a not losing mindset.
Yeah.
Is important, right? And then after that, right, after you've satisfied those requirements, right, you've got the protein, you've got the vegetables, you got the fruit, you checked those boxes, and you still want something, right? You actually want it. It's not just like, oh, cool, I did it, now I get my treat. Like, you actually want that, you're actually hungry for it, go for it. Have it.
Yeah. One last thing is just mindful eating. Like, slowing down. We can't listen to our hunger cues which we're guilty of this, but like we're kind of at a different place in our journey. But like, if you're just watching TV and just eating a bag of chips, you could go on forever. You're not listening to your hunger cues. It's just a habit. So if you can really just be mindful with food and be present and like chew your food and slow down and listen to your body, it's just going to be so much easier to manage and be able to listen to your body if you're like giving yourself the space to actually do that.
Yeah, some good tips for that. You know, like Ashley just kind of touched on, you know, ideally not watching TV, ideally not scrolling social media. Set your fork down in between bites. You know, you take your bite, set it down, chew, right? And chew more than you think. I think they've done studies on like digestion. I want to say 42 bites, which if you actually count it out is a shitload.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of chomp, swallow. I think Luna learned that from me too. But yeah, it's going to help you slow down. It's going to help you manage your hunger cues, and it's just going to help with your digestion as well. Yeah,
chugging some water before a meal too, just to like get your fullness up. Taking some deep breaths. Like if you're in like a high stress, maybe you're eating lunch at work and you're in a high stress state and you're just like, oh my God, I need to finish this. Like
I got 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's not going to be great. Yeah. You're not going to listen to your hunger cues. You're going to probably eat a lot more than you really need. Yeah, I think lastly is just be nice to yourself. Like this is such a journey, and like it's not like just one day you're gonna be like, okay, I don't want junk food anymore. Yeah. Like just be aware of your thoughts and around the times that you're actually leaning for the junk food. So then you can just like be aware of when they're actually gonna happen. But like it's a journey and it's not easy. So the more you can kind of notice your thoughts, feelings, and emotions around it, the better you'll be able to kind of move through them.
Love it.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok,
at
YouTube,
Ashley Roberts,
at Eric Hunsaker. Thank you for listening. We appreciate your time. Yeah. And we'll see you in the next episode. If you have any ideas for episodes, go ahead and comment on this. If you're on YouTube, send us messages on Instagram. We'd love to hear your input.
Yeah.
But other than that, hope you have a great day.
Bye. Peace.